Welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. My name is Calvin Dean, and it's week 6 of the NFL season. Man, we're having some wild times in the world, aren't we? Just wanted to give my heart out to the Israelis, and it's terrible things are going on. Anyway, let's get right to the NFL. How about last week? Wow, huh, guys? Yeah, I told everyone my upset special. The Indianapolis Colts to beat the Tennessee Titans. And even with Anthony Richardson getting hurt, I had a feeling I knew that the Colts would pull it out after that. I just knew it because Gardner Minshew, he's no slouch. He's good, and he's wild too, man. So he's a wild man, right? And he definitely can move the team down. And I knew he had enough in him to actually win that game. That's for sure. And if you want to go over some divisional standings after 5 games, right? We have the AFC East, huh, guys? Oh, wow. Guys, it is Thursday morning. It's around 7:30 in the morning in California, right? And guess what? I am drinking my coffee. Oh, yeah. I love coffee, guys. Love coffee. And thanks for, listening to my show. And I hope, you're driving and maybe into work and you're listening and just enjoying. I'm a little bit different than all the other analysts. I like to really dive in deep to these teams, and I also have opinions, strong opinions, and but I also back them up by saying I hope that person or team proves me wrong. And man, I just hats off to the Pittsburgh Steelers on beating the Baltimore Ravens, and just didn't see that. I thought the Baltimore Ravens would win, but they didn't. Yet on the other hand, I did have my lock of the week, Miami, and the Giants. Just I don't know, man. The Giants. I feel sorry for the New York Giants fans and the New York Jets fans as well, right? And you have the Dolphins leading the East 4-1. But a chain, guys, got hurt, and he's going to be out. He's on IR. He's going to be at least 4 or 5 weeks. He's got a knee. Something's going on with his knee. I think it was an MCL sprain or something like that. And then the Buffalo Bills 3-2, losing in Europe last weekend. And I told everyone that look, guys, if you're a betting person and you listen to NFL and stuff, just make sure you're not betting on that game because you just don't know. I mean, there could be a better team there, but they didn't travel well, or they didn't prepare to travel well, and that's what things happen. Things happen. Buffalo looked flat as flat can be, and they just didn't look in sync. Jags have been there two weeks. They played the week before, they won. They stayed there, and so they had the huge advantage. Shame on me. I should have seen that when I called the game, and it's that's the way it is, And now the Buffalo Bills are, just 3-2. So, and then we have the New York Jets 2-3. In the beginning of the year, I thought the Jets were going to take that division because of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. 2-3. I don't know if they would have been in first place the way the Miami Dolphins are playing. Anyway, you have the AFC North. I had predicted that the Ravens would take the division. They're tied for first place with the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. And then the Jacksonville Jags, I had them winning the division. They're in first place at 3-2. Indianapolis Colts are second, surprisingly. I thought the Titans would be doing better, but the Titans are 2-3. And then, surprisingly, ultra surprisingly, the Houston Texans are in third place in that division at 2-3. And I just, wow. I mean, they really are doing well. And then the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, that's an easy call all the time, right? Because Patrick Mahomes and just Andy Reid and that whole entire team is Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. It's all about Taylor Swift, guys. You know that, right? The reason why the Kansas City Chiefs right now are in first place is because of Taylor Swift. Yeah, I know. You have to have some fun. Sipping on my coffee at 7:30 in the morning on a Thursday. Man. Then the Chargers 2-2, the Raiders 2-3, and the Broncos with 1-4. And they sort of look like a team, but they don't. They look. I don't know if they even look better than last year. They just don't look right. Something's. I don't know. I just don't. Peyton taking that job, I think he should have stayed in as an analyst. But I just don't. That's just not. I don't know. I'm going to shut my mouth on that one. Anyway, the Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to the NFC now. They're in first place. Of course, I predicted that. I predicted it between them and the Cowboys, which it is. Cowboys is the 3-2. How about the Cowboys finally meeting a team that is very, very good? It made them look bad, didn't it? Guys, San Francisco makes everyone look bad, and Dallas, they lose to the Cardinals, right? And then they lose to the San Francisco 49ers, 3-2. Cowboys, and wow, a mental lapse to lose to the Cardinals makes you 3-2, and and then the Commanders 2-3, sort of surprising in a way, but not, and Giants 1-4. I thought they were going to be on the cellar of this division, and I was right. Unfortunately, hopefully prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. And then you have the Detroit Lions in the north, which I predicted. And then you have the Packers, the Bears, and the Minnesota Vikings from first to last. Wow, Minnesota. And Jefferson's hurt, guys. He's going to be out for a while. Wow. I mean, you have Osborne, right? Addison's ankle. Ooh, man, guys, fantasy owners, pick up Osborne. But, I don't know how good Minnesota's going to do with him. He's not a Jefferson, that's for sure. Not many are. Then you have the South, Tampa Bay Bucks are in the lead. Wow, I mean, at 3-1, that's a surprise. I thought it would be between the Atlanta Falcons and the Saints, which kind of is. Atlanta's second at 3-2. Saints are 3-2, and the Panthers are 0-5. I predicted that. I didn't think the Panthers were going to win this year. I wasn't really too certain if they would or not. And it looks like they. I mean, look at the teams: 1-4 Giants, 1-4 Bears, 1-4 Vikings. I mean, if the Giants paid their cards right, they could get the number one pick. Wouldn't that be wild? Huh. Anyway, and then at West, you have the Niners 5-0, and Seattle's 3-1 because they had a bye. Rams 2-3, and the Cardinals 1-4. Wow. I mean, look at all the 1-4 teams. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6 teams that are 1-4. Wow. And one, 0-5. Wow. And then you have a lot of 2-3s and 3-2s. It's sort of like that in fantasy football, isn't it? I mean, So let's just get right into it, guys. This is week 6 upon us. I thank you so much for listening to my show, and hopefully you're enjoying this, driving to work, or just
New York Jets back at home this week. Probably
listen to that! Wow, I didn't expect that. Sorry, guys. New York Jets. Listening to a little NFL in the background. Sorry, guys. So we have Thursday night football tonight, and we have the Broncos going into Kansas City. And the Broncos, oh man, you're going to think, could the Broncos offensive line, could they block Jones? Can they stop that? I mean, how is Russell Wilson going to play? Russell Wilson versus Patrick Mahomes. Wow, that's going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I haven't really looked at Russell Wilson all year, and I just haven't, and I haven't been interested. I mean, I predicted it. It's just I keep saying I hope Russell proves me wrong, but he's not. So 4-1 Chiefs, 1-4 Broncos. I don't know if we could even look at what it is. I know that the Broncos aren't really that good in stats. So usually, guys, if you're new to the show, I look over the stats and I go over and that's how I try to look at it on paper, but also just not paper. If I was looking on paper, I would have never called the Bengals last week. So, I just look at both and then, make that decision with you here. And I have the Broncos offense is 15th. They're middle of the road. And we have the Chiefs at 6th. But this is where it gets bad for the Broncos. They're ranked 32nd in the league. Yes, the Denver Broncos is ranked 32nd out of 32 teams. So that's not too good. And then the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs is 11th. The passing for the Broncos is 12th. Interesting. A little bit, 12th. Top 12. And that's better than last year, right? And then the passing for the Chiefs are 6th. And the 17th rushing for the Broncos and 11th for the Kansas City Chiefs. Last time these guys met was last year, January 1st of last year. Kansas City beat them 27-24. So even though it was really, Broncos were terrible last year, they lost to the Chiefs by only 3 points. Think about that one, guys. Think about that one, I mean, morning line favorites, Chiefs are giving them 10.5 points. I might take that if I was a Bronco. The way the Chiefs are playing, they're not like rolling over teams. They're not having these big plays. They're just methodically moving down the field, taking up some time off the clock that way. And but teams can come under and let you go over the top if you're not going over the top. If you get what I mean, you know what I mean. So be careful. Be careful on this one. 10.5 points. I'm picking the Chiefs over the Broncos in Thursday night football. Okay, we have from London another Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's just going to be so much fun. Extravaganza. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say Tottenham Hotspur Stadium Extravaganza. They're playing in London, and the Ravens are playing the Titans. 3-2, 2-3. The Titans, I believe the Titans would be considered a home team. The way the Ravens looked this last week, but they love to pound the ball. So do the Titans. If you look at the offense for the Ravens is 12th. The Titans is 21st. And the only reason why the Titans are 21st is because, their rushing is only 16th, and their passing is 26th. So they're 21st in offense, And then the offense for the Ravens are 12th. Their rushing is fourth, but their passing is 24th. That's not good. That's where the Ravens, the new offense, it just looks like the old offense. I still think they'll win the division, but, it's ugly. But, what's ugly about it is their defense. Their defense is ranked third in the NFL, guys. Ravens' defense is ranked third in the NFL. And as long as their rushing is fourth, third in defense, I'm telling you that especially in the cold months, they'll be winning games. And the Titans' defense is 18th. So this is it's a hard game to call because, guys, really seriously, that it's hard to really call games in which team's going to travel good or not. The Ravens, I believe, went over there earlier than the Titans. So I'm giving this one up to the Ravens over the Titans in London. That's at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time game, guys. NFL Network, NFL Plus. Now, you have the Commanders going into Atlanta 3-2. This is a game that Atlanta really should sit there and win. They really should, because they squeaked out a win last week, but the Commanders are coming into town. Commanders didn't look too good the other night against the Bears. They didn't look good at all, guys. They looked terrible against the Bears. They just didn't show up the first half. Showed up the second half, but it was too late. You just can't let a team roll that many points on you and expect to come back the second half. And then pick Ritter. Ritter did better. So I'm glad he proved me wrong, because I love players that prove me wrong. If I bag on them, I always say I hope they prove me wrong. He did. Congratulations. Looking at the Falcons and the Commanders, the offense, pretty even. 17th for the Commanders, 18th for the Falcons. The defense, the Commanders, 26th. They're playing well under their talent wise. I just don't know why they're not getting to the quarterback. I know they're only rushing 4 and depending on that front 4, but they're not getting the job done. So the defense definitely has to pick up on that, and they're playing the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Atlanta Falcons defense is 9th. Passing on the Washington Commanders 11th. Passing on the Falcons got better last week, so they're 21st. The rushing for the Atlanta Falcons, of course, is going to be better. They have Alshire and they have Robinson, and then same with the rushing on the Commanders is 23rd. So stat wise, the way Washington played last week, I don't know if that's going to carry on to the way they played. I just don't see them beating the Falcons in Atlanta. I'm giving the Atlanta Falcons over to Commanders in Atlanta this weekend. Well, can the Falcons win? And then you have the Bears and the Vikings. Wow. Both 1-4 teams. The Bears looking great. And now Jefferson's gone from the Vikings. The Bears in Chi-Town. Just, wow. Without Jefferson, stats-wise, I'm sure the stats, the offense of the Vikings are 8th, and their passing is 2nd in the NFL, 2nd, because they're throwing all the time. And offense for the Bears is 13th, passing is 16th, Bears defense is 30th, Bears rushing is 8th, rushing for the Vikings is 28th. They get rid of Dalvin Cook. Well, oh, we'll just get rid of Dalvin Cook. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. Let's just get rid of him. And we're still going to fight for a division and get into, yeah, sure. I mean, come on, man. Really? You really think that? Oh, man. I mean, shame on the GM and shame on everyone there. Shame on you. Shame on you all. And I just don't get it. You deserve to be 1-4. And you're going to go into Chicago and you're going to lose Minnesota. You're going to lose to the Chicago Bears. Vikings are going to be 1-5 after this game, giving it up to the Bears. So, quick recap. Chiefs going to win tonight. Ravens are going to beat the Titans. Falcons are going to beat the Commanders. And the Bears are going to beat the Vikings. We have the next game. We have the Bengals going, hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Bengals just winning, but, don't get too excited who they beat. Come on. And Burrows did look better. He did look better. But both teams are ugly. And really, offense for the Seahawks is 29th. Bengals offense is 28th. I mean, the only defense is better is the actual defense of the Seahawks is better, guys. 8th. And the Bengals is 23rd. Passing for the Seahawks 29th, near last. Well, the Bengals aren't that good either. They're 23rd. Rushing for the Bengals is 30th. 30th. There's 32 teams. 30th. And the Seattle Seahawks is 24th. Wow. I mean, the morning line on this one, the Bengals are giving 2.5 points away to the Seahawks. Whew. Well, this is going to be my upset special, guys. This is going to be my upset special. I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks going into Cincinnati and beating the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. That's my upset special. The next game, we have the 49ers going into the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson hasn't reported to any type of practice. He wasn't there Wednesday. And it's not good. It's not good for the Cleveland Browns, Oh, I love coffee in the morning, guys. I'm drinking my coffee at 7:30. I love coffee. The first cup in the morning, guys, you just feels so good. I love it. So you have the Niners, juggernaut Niners, going into Cleveland, meeting a very, very good defensive Cleveland team. Very good. And it's going to be outdoors. I mean, they're number one. Yeah, right? The Cleveland Browns. But their offense is 31st. Their passing is 32nd. Their rushing is 15th. And, there's a reason why the 49ers are 5-0. Well, their offense is 3rd. Their defense is 4th. Passing is 7th. Brock Purdy, last person taken in the draft. Wow. Mr. Irrelevant. 7th. And he actually has the top quarterback rating of all quarterbacks in the NFL right now. He's the top. And 3rd in rushing, McCaffrey. He's a monster. Monster. Turning this into a smash mouth football game, guys, I think that's what it's going to be. I just don't see. I see the Niners having more firepower than. And now, mind you, Browns are only getting 7 points. 7 points, and because of their defense. So, but I'm giving this one up to the 49ers. The next game, we have the Saints going into Texas, playing the Texans. Wow, Texans 2-3, they're looking good. But you have the Saints defense, who literally scored like 24 points for fantasy football last week. I should know. I played Marlon, my buddy Marlon, in his league, And he scored 24 points with New Orleans. Oh, wow. I mean, that was insane. He's such a good fantasy football player. I mean, he's one of the best I've ever played. I mean, he really knows his stuff. Jonathan Morales, that's another good one. Stu Karen, oof, he smokes. I mean, Stu is like death. He just sits there. Oh, third, fourth. Oh, he comes sixth, and then right near when it comes to playoff time, Stu's there. It's Stu, and then Jeff too. Jeff in the league. Jeff Johnson. JJ, he's really good too. So I guess we won like two in a row or something like that. So, but it's fun. I love fantasy football. I have like 62 teams, but this league is it's the fun one. It's the fun one. All my friends and stuff. It's great to have that camaraderie. Excuse me. So we have the Saints going into Texas. Saints is 22nd offense. Texans 10th. Saints 5th defense. Texans are 20th. The passing on the Saints are 22nd. I think Derek Carr's getting better, but they're only 22nd. But, C.J. Stroud 3rd. They shut C.J. Stroud down last week, the 9th rated defense of the Atlanta Falcons. They really gave him a hard time. And just think what's going to happen this one. The 5th rated defense of the New Orleans Saints. Is the playing in Houston, and guys, this is going to be my lock of the week. I'm going to pick the New Orleans Saints to beat the Texans in New Orleans. In Houston. New Orleans Saints to beat the Houston Texans. That is my lock of the week. So I have my upset special, the Seattle Seahawks, and then I have the Saints as my lock of the week. We have the next game. My locks and upset specials are usually like around 90 to 95%. So I just want to let you guys know that. Now, the Jaguars are hosting the Colts. The Jags are on a roll. 2 games back-to-back in London. They won. Now they're back home. Yeah, it might be a different story now, right? Think about it. They're back home. They had to fly. Now, now it's like they're going to have jet lag. They're not going to be so prepared as the Colts. But the Colts are without Anthony Richardson, right? But they do have Jonathan Taylor back, and they say that they're going to use him more. But Moss is a killer. I mean, I'm telling you, this is not such an easy game to call. This isn't. This is going to be a really good game to watch. I mean, literally, these two teams are almost even. We have the 11th ranked offense of the Colts and the 9th ranked offense of the Jags. The only thing is the Colts defense is 29th. And the Jaguars is 22nd. The passing on the Colts 14th, and the passing for the Jags 10th. Now you do have Gardner Minshew. He's good. He's not terrible. He's good. He's adequate. He's good. Middle of the road. I think Trevor Lawrence is better. But the rushing for the Colts are 7th. Moss, and then 13th Etienne. And Lawrence, what is it? Tank. Anyway, everyone knows Bigley, Tank Bigley, or Bigsley, something like that. Sorry. Anyway, this one I'm giving up to Jacksonville Jags in Jacksonville. They're going to be on a roll. The next game we have the Carolina Panthers meeting the Dolphins in Miami. Wow. Poor Panthers. I feel sorry for them. Dolphins in this game. This is an easy one over the Panthers in Miami. The next game we have the Patriots going into the Raiders. Raiders back-to-back home games. Jimmy G's looking good. Max Crosby is looking great. Their defense is really, really, really looking good. Now, the offense for the Raiders aren't as good as the offense that the Patriots just played, right? I mean, Patriots defense is 10th, and Raiders is 16th. The offenses are 23rd for the Patriots and 26th for the Raiders. The passing 15th and 17th for the Patriots. The rushing on the Raiders are 31st, and the rushing for the Patriots are 25th. Ugly stats on both sides. They kind of look good against the Packers, but they were playing the Packers. It's a different story. Bill Belichick being humiliated 2 games in a row. I don't know what they're doing. I think I would hope that they turn it around soon. But they are in Vegas, and Max Crosby is going to be all over the place. He played awesome this past Monday Night Football. Wasn't that kind of great? Did you see the spear? The spear all lit up from Monday Night Football. It was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. The spear in Las Vegas. It's this new complex, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this amazing multi-billion-dollar complex that they built for concerts. It's supposed to be the best place ever to see a concert, and U2 is playing there right now. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so we have the Raiders hosting the Patriots. Patriots not looking too good, guys. Looking too good. The Raiders, sometimes they lay an egg, but I think they're playing better football. I see the Raiders beating the Patriots in this game at home, and Raiders will be in 3-3 at the end of this game. Congratulations. We have the Lions playing the Buccaneers, going down to Tampa Bay. It's going to be a good game. Baker Mayfield's not a schmuck. He just isn't a schmuck. He isn't, guys. And it's going to be a good game to watch. One of my favorite games to watch, I think. It's going to be fun. The Lions, I love the Lions. And the Buccaneers are getting 3 points, and they're at home. 3 points in their home. Wow. And by the way, the Patriots are getting 3 points. The Raiders are giving them up. So there you go. This is going to be a fun game, guys. Fun game. The Lions are just so good in so many aspects. And you're just waiting for them to go, oh, when are they going to lay an egg? But the offense for the Buccaneers are 32nd last, because they're last in rushing. I told everyone this. Everyone. I mean, you look at the offense. The defense of the Buccaneers are second. I told everyone last week the Buccaneers' defense is second to come to tackling. Tackling is second. It's just their offense is just non-existent. And rushing. It's all about rushing. If you have a good rushing attack, then you could do play action. But if you don't have a rushing attack, then play action is a joke. It just is. I mean, the Lions 5th in offense, 7th in defense, passing is 8th, rushing is 6th. Come on. Isn't it funny? Remember how I told you guys about San Francisco? And they're 5-0. And the Lions are 4-1. Hello. This is the reason why. And the Lions going down to Tampa Bay and continuing their march towards the playoffs. They're going to beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. They have the next game. We have the Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals, man, and the Rams just they gave Philly a good time. They gave them a good time. The Rams, their offense is 7th, right? And their defense is 17th. Their passing is 5th. I mean, and now they have Cooper Kupp back. Oh, and Connors is hurt for Arizona. Ooh, guys, I'm sorry, Arizona. I'm giving this one up to the Rams. All the moon, the sun, everything's going towards the Rams in this one. I'm giving this one up to the Los Angeles Rams in SoFi Stadium to beat the Arizona Cardinals. We have the next game. We have the Eagles playing the Jets in New York. I mean, just the Jets. I mean, Eagles defense isn't like a world beaters. They're 12th, and that's their Achilles heel at this moment in time. But I mean, they're 5-0. I mean, how many? There's not much of Achilles heel on that one, right? I mean, come on, think about it. I'm just so used to team, like the Niners and like the like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. So anyway, Eagles their offense is ranked second. The Jets is 24th. I mean, this is not a hard game to call, really. I mean, with the stats, I mean, it's at home. The Jets. This could be an upset. It could be. It really could be. I mean, the morning line is they're giving the Jets 7 points. So if the Jets lose by 1 or 2 points, then you win, right? I think the Jets are going to play them tough, but the Eagles are going to win this one. Giving it up to the Eagles. So the Buffalo Bills coming off a smarting loss to the Jaguars in London. But you're talking about Sunday Night Football, guys. Sunday Night Football. We have the Bills hosting the New York Football Giants. And I don't even know if they're thinking about sitting Mr. Daniel Jones. I think they are going to. He looked terrible because of his offensive line can't block. I mean, think about it. This is why they're 1-4. They're 30th offense, 28th defense, 30th passing, and 22nd rushing. This is the New York Football Giants, who made the playoffs last year. The Bills, 3-2, 4th offense, 4th passing, 14th defense, 14th rushing. There you go. That's the reason why they're 3-2 as well. But they're just too good. I'm sorry, guys. There's just no way the Giants are going to beat the Buffalo Bills at home in Buffalo. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sunday Night Football, giving it up to the Buffalo Bills. Last but not least, guys, we have Monday Night Football. ABC, ESPN. It's just, guys, this is going to be a fun game to watch. The Chargers at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Sin City. That's Vegas. City of Angels. There you go. City of Angels. Guys, the only reason why I'm calling this game the way it is, I'm calling this game because why? We have the San Francisco 49er syndrome. The San Francisco 49er syndrome. I can do that. See? And every team last year that played the San Francisco 49ers lost their next game. I see the Cowboys losing to the Chargers in this game. I'm calling it because of that syndrome. I think all the teams that play the 49ers their next game, they're so beat up because the 49ers are such a hard team to play. They're just smash mouth. The offense of the Cowboys 16th, the Chargers are 19th. Defense, the Cowboys 6th, Chargers is 13th. Passing 18th for the Cowboys, 13th for the Chargers. I think they're going to go after Dak Prescott in this game, going to force the issue, and the defense I think will force the issue. The Cowboys defense are not that bad. They just played a very, very good team in the San Francisco 49ers. That's why they looked bad against them. They got a couple of players hurt too, and just not good. Not good for the Dallas Cowboys. They're falling apart in injuries. Really, they are. And I don't know how long they're going to be keeping their ranking of 6 or even in the top 10. Then we have the passing, like I said, and then we have the rushing for the Cowboys 9th, and rushing for the Chargers are 20th. I think they're going to get Eckler's back, right? Eckler's been gone, so that's the reason why they're 20th. Eckler's going to run. They're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys in SoFi Stadium. So, all right, guys, thank you. This is week 6. As it's done, and see you guys next week. Remember, you can go to my YouTube show, and you'll get a 3-minute version of this, of my picks. And then every Saturday, I have fantasy football Saturdays. That's fun. That's fun. I love fantasy football, guys. Love it, love it, love it. So we have the Chargers beating the Cowboys, the Bills over the Giants. We have the Eagles over the Jets, the Rams over the Cardinals, the Lions over the Bucks, the Raiders to beat the New England Patriots. When will Bill Belichick get his 300th win? And then we have the Dolphins beating up on the Panthers. We have the Jags over the Colts. We have the Texans and the New Orleans Saints. That's my lock. It's the Saints over the Texans. We have the 49ers to beat the Browns. We have the Seattle Seahawks, my upset special. Seattle Seahawks to beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. We have the Bears over the Vikings. We have the Falcons over the Commanders. We have the Ravens over the Titans. And last but not least, Thursday Night Football, we have the Chiefs beating up on the Broncos. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week.